going for Hillary and all the comics. I just have to say, Jason, that was great, but you don't have to trick Hillary into saying something racist. Bam! I am a treasure. I like this place. I was wondering why they designed the wall like this, and I realized it's an homage to the customers, because y'all probably have records too. Some comics don't like it if they leave a TV on during the show. I don't mind. I'm glad it's football, because as a comedian, I'm used to being around rapists, so that's... All right, let's do some jokes. I want to be a poverty influencer. There's a lot of rich influencers online, a lot of aspirational bullshit, and I'm poor. Make some noise if you're broke. Right? You have to own being poor, because it's the only thing you get to own. You know what I mean? That's yeah. I'll never have enough money to summer in the Hamptons, so instead I fall in the shower and. I think I'm going to start a TikTok for being a poverty influencer. It's just me like 5 cool ways to kill bugs for free. You know, it's number 1, smush them. Number 2, get a boyfriend. Here's another fun tip if you want to have a little fun and you're poor. This is what I've started doing. When somebody comes to my house and knocks on the door, I just open it. I don't even look through that little hole anymore. It's like I can't take a vacation, but I can always take a risk. Do you know what I mean? It's exciting. It's like, ooh, is it my Postmates? Is it my time? Get me out of here. I was visiting Asheville a few months ago and actually stayed at this Quality Inn over here. And it's not honestly the worst hotel I've stayed at. One time I had to stay at a La Quinta.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a full-size one. It was a La Quinta Pequeño. And it's muy mal, muy small. It was just one of those places that didn't have any amenities, do you know what I mean? I went to the bathroom, there's no shampoo. I had to go down to the front desk and ask for some shampoo. And the woman goes, hold out your hand and say when. It's like, is that dish soap? She goes, it's Dawn. I was like, at least it's name brand. She goes, I'm Dawn. And that's my dumbest joke, you're welcome. I stayed at one place just because they said on the website they had free breakfast, and I got there, they had a big banner outside that said free breakfast, and I got inside and the woman was like, no breakfast. I was like, okay, what's that toaster for? She said the bathtub. Sometimes you just want to check out early, you know what I mean? I went to brunch with some gal pals recently because I forgot that I hated them, and we haven't changed at all. It was just really uncomfortable because I got there early to order 2 breakfasts because apparently Eggs Benedict are not bottomless, stop asking. And they all got up there a little later once I'd finished the first one, and they ordered like a stalk of asparagus to split between the 3 of them. And they act like they're on the View. I don't know if you know what I mean by that. It's just like the same question over and over in different intonations. Like, what's your goal weight? What's your goal weight? Katie, what's your goal weight? It's like, an 1/8? You guys get it, quarter if it's payday, and I wanted to, I wanted to get a word in, and I had something to talk about finally, so like when they all had their mouth on the stalk, I was like, you guys want to know how to get free tampons? Like, what? I was like, do you guys want to know how to get free tampons? They're like, you're weird, how? Just stop buying them. It works, when it's my time, I slap on a pair of white jeans, run some errands, and someone always gives them to me. It's called supply and demand, and they demand that I take them. Make some noise if you have a gun. Not here, but just in general. Hell yeah! Make some noise if you've been to a gun show. Okay, a lot more. Just window shopping, I suppose. I went to Florida recently because that's where guns are born, and I heard one's running for governor. It's very exciting for their people. But I was trying to get over my fear of guns. I wanted to do a little immersion therapy, so I went to a gun show. And if you haven't been to a gun show, you guys should go. I feel like gun shows are just like haunted houses for liberals. You know what I mean? Like, it seems scary, but it's just a bunch of townies dressed up inside. And If you haven't been, they don't just sell guns. I want y'all to know that. They got other shit like jewelry. I swear to God, I walk into the Tampa Conference Center, or whatever the fuck it was called. The first woman I see has the longest gray hair in the state of Florida. It's down her butt crack, up her front crack. It's a toupee for her cockatoo. Beautiful. And this woman's selling necklaces made out of shotgun shells with like a crystal shoved in them. Finally. They've harnessed the healing power of crystals and the killing power of bullets! 2 for 10. And I would have talked to her for longer, but I saw a man across the way and he was very sweaty, but he wasn't moving, so I was like, he's thinking about something cool. And I walk over, he clocked me as a woman, I was like, good eye, and I told him I did comedy, and that, yeah, sometimes it is scary to go to your car late at night as a woman alone, and he gave me my first weapon. Unfortunately, he didn't just hand out guns, he gave me a keychain weapon. Didn't y'all have one of these? Yeah? Is it like a kitty cat or a Doberman? Yeah, a little stabber. Kitty cat, yeah, very popular. This one looks like the Spartan helmet. I don't know why the 2A guys are obsessed with these. They did not have guns. But if you turn it over, it looks like the rebel symbol from Star Wars. Don't say that at the gun show. And he gives it to me because he goes, okay, when you get attacked, I was like, when? Is that what you were thinking about? He goes, fine, if you get attacked, you put your fingers in here and you jab it in their neck. Fucking no, thank you. Like, do I look like a neck jabbing kind of gal? Like, I don't think so. I've only got 2 shirts. I'd hate to ruin one of them. And honestly, it's an 1.5 inches of plastic. I'm gonna have better luck hoping that they see I drive a Toyota Prius and they just go, she's had it hard enough. The funny thing is, it's made me like oddly confident. Like I'm offering, like I'm like, oh, I got an 1.5 inches. Like I'm offering other female comedians to walk them to their car. Like I'm gonna turn their rape into our murders. Okay. I also was told when I was there, I found out it wasn't true, but I was told in Florida, because they have medical marijuana, you can't get the card and have a concealed weapons permit. And I was like, oh, that's a real Sophie's choice now that I love guns. Make some noise if you'd rather have weed than gun. Okay, make some noise if you'd rather have gun than weed. All right. I used to be team weed, but I realized if I have a gun, I can just have your weed. If I have enough guns, I can have your gun. And I'm staying in Flat Rock right now with my parents because my house in Atlanta got shot up. I feel like that's a great segue for guns. That's absolutely true. Everybody's first question is what happened. I'll tell you guys, it's luckily we're okay. Me and my boyfriend, the worst thing that happened, his hand got grazed, but they like shot 16 bullets at our duplex, and like 4 hit the window, and it was just like, it was very scary. But the second question my friends always say is, what did you do? And I know they mean like, what did you do when it happened? But all I want to be is like, well, I was bagging cocaine with the windows open, so it might be on me. And I don't mind if like friends or like anybody asks me questions. The thing that bothered me was all the questions the cops had, because they really turned it into an interrogative thing for victims. Do you know what I mean? I was like, am I in trouble? Because like they kept going, did they shout anything before they shot? And I was like, what do you think they yelled? Bullet delivery! Ooh, Amazon's early. And then my boyfriend, the EMTs took care of him. They took him out of the house, and then they came back and they're like, were you hit? And I was like, I don't know, but I do have 2 holes. And I think one of them's bleeding. And the detective gave me a tampon, so it works. And I know they say whenever something traumatic or scary happens, people have one of 2 reactions, either fight or flight. And I've always known I wasn't a fight gal. You know what I mean? I got this, that's not going to do anything. So I'm like, obviously, I'm a flight gal. And when it happened, I was just like... Turns out I hadn't been practicing. I did have somebody tell me after a show they just, I don't know, they discovered 2 new reactions. I don't know what that means, but so there's fight, there's flight, and now there's freeze and fawn. And I feel like freeze is like very much relatable. Like if something scary happens, you don't know what to do, you stop in your tracks. But fawn really fucks me up. Fawn? Like what am I gonna do? Like suck the gunman's dick? What? Ooh, daddy, I like that gun, let me kiss it. Those big bullets. Like, what are we gonna do? Play fuck, marry, kill? We've already tried one of them, so let's see how the other 2 go. And I realized what a stupid bitch I was when I was packing my things in a hurry because I grabbed the most non-essential things you could grab. I grabbed, like, our video games, a box of cereal, my Magic the Gathering cards. And all I could think of is, like, what if Anne Frank was as stupid as I am? Because she had to leave in a hurry, so you know, you gotta grab what you can get, and she was just like, I'll get my trumpet, you know? She leaves the house, she's like, fuck, I forgot my tap shoes, you know? All right, you guys are great, give it up for Hillary, bye-bye.